What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. As you can tell by the smile on my face, it is 3 points to Manchester City and back in amongst the gold. But first, before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support the content that I am creating, then make sure that you do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. I am aiming for 15,000 subscribers at the time of recording this video. We are now less than 900 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries, leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video and the game. Manchester City winning 5-0. What is not to like about that? And also don't forget, most importantly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say. So without further ado, we're going to crack on with the 5 things that we have learned. So first thing that we have learned is it's really nice to see Man City finding their feet and scoring goals. It's really nice to see. City were very clinical in this game, deadly in front of goal. It was very good to see. City created some opportunities and put all of them opportunities into the back of the net, and I could argue that Man City were very unlucky not to have had 6 or 7 with the goals that were disallowed as well. So it was really good to see, and I want that to continue, and I want that to happen again next weekend in that game against Fulham at the Etihad Stadium. Now, the second thing that we have learned is, how bad was that Burnley keeper? His name's Bailey Peacock Farrell. I know he's not Nick Pope, and I know Nick Pope hasn't featured, but I wanted to see City, if you watch my live watch-along, you'd have seen me say several times, I want City to test this keeper, have some long-range, on-target shots at him, because he was just dodgy. He was really unlucky, or should I say lucky so much for the keeper, to not come away with at least an own goal. Now, the first one where he bundled the ball into his own net off the post and stuff was forgivable, a bit comical, but forgivable, and we've got away with it being extremely lucky that Ferran, Torres and Gabriel Jesus challenging for the ball, just having to head the ball into each other, and one happened to just be offside. But the second one, with the ball played across and Jesus there with well, a toe offline, should really put the ball into the back of the net. He makes a really good save and rebounds it onto his own leg and into the back of the net, which again was a little bit unlucky, but a bit comical, and I felt like the keeper had a mistake in him, and I wanted to see us continue to push that. But Burnley there, they got rid of Joe Hart, they've not renewed his contract, obviously going with youth instead, with Nick Pope not featuring. Yeah, like I said, but that's just what I've learned from that game. Now, the third thing that we have learned from this game is it's really nice to see Kevin De Bruyne back in and amongst the assists. His assists in this game were phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. Some of them nice and simple, Kevin De Bruyne-esque style simple assists. Others were a lot more complicated. So one assist that he did was just a straightforward pass to Riyad Mahrez in space. Mahrez does the rest and puts the ball into the back of the net. Saw Mahrez was in space and just thought, I'll just pass the ball on to him. There we go. Nice simple assist. The other assist against with the goal for Benjamin Mendy was pinpoint accurate. When City are putting crosses into the box, because City's team isn't the most physical, particularly in the attacking department, the balls have to be pinpoint accurate, and that little ball in from De Bruyne into Mendy was pinpoint accurate. It was a marvellous ball in. It was just dying for someone to be on the end of it, to volley it into the back of the net, and I was just so happy that Benjamin Mendy was there at the right place at the right time to score his first Manchester City goal for us. And so I'm delighted for De Bruyne, and I'm delighted for Benjamin Mendy. These players that have been called into question this season, it's really nice to see them turning in and putting in good quality performances, because I know before the game quite a few people were unhappy with the team that City have put out, and the players that have been put out have actually put in a really good shift. Even the quieter players like Gundogan, who I thought had a good game in the first half, and Ferran Torres, he even got himself a goal, had put in good performances, so that was really good to see. Now, the fourth thing we've learned, and it's all player based from here, is John Stones. I thought Stones had a wonderful game. Didn't really mention too much about John Stones in the 5 things that we learned from the game against Olympiacos away in midweek. I'm going to give him a special shout out though in this video. He was winning everything in the air. Every ball that Burnley were putting into the box, he was heading clear, he was dealing with. Now, I feel like with John Stones, if he can stay injury-free, he can really start to build, because he's had 2 wonderful performances. He's got a great partner in Ruben Diaz next to him, that if he can stay injury-free, he can really start to form a really good partnership. Now, he's got Aymeric Laporte and Ruben Diaz to compete with, but there's no reason why John Stones can't be competing with these players. If Nathan Ake is coming back from injury, there's no reason why Ake can't be competing with Benjamin Mendy for the left-back role as well. So there is games there for John Stones to be played, and there's lots of minutes available for him if he does want them. But I thought John Stones looked so comfortable and high on confidence in this game, and it was really good to see. I do, though, however, think that if John Stones is playing games, we have to pick and choose, and I feel like John Stones makes mistakes more against high-pressing, quick players. And so we've got a game in a couple of weeks against Man United when he's going up against the likes of Martial and Rashford. These are quick, high-pressing players that John Stones may have a mistake in him, whereas Fulham, for example, next week, haven't got too many quick attackers, so I feel like the performance that we put in against Burnley with a physical presence there would suit him more. And I would expect in a game against Fulham for him to be dealing with how he's dealt with Olympiacos and Burnley, and if City have any future games where physical presence is needed, I would be more than happy for John Stones to step in. So really good performance once more from John Stones. I'm delighted for him and for Manchester City. Another good quality performance. Now, the 5th thing and last thing that we have learned from this game, Riyad Mahrez is quality. Showed it last season, showed how good he can be. One of the best players at Manchester City last season. Unlucky not to win the Man City Player of the Year. It was always going to go to Kevin De Bruyne because he equalled the Premier League assist record, and he was Man City's standout player for last season. Riyad Mahrez, though, had a wonderful season, and I was hoping he'd take that into this season, and it's been a bit hit and miss. I'm hoping that Riyad Mahrez now can use this as the pedestal for him to say this is what a good quality performance looks like, and that's what he needs to be replicating. It was like Riyad Mahrez had been working on his finishing in training, which is what I'd hoped had been happening from the City attackers, because he was so slick, so calm, so casual about his finishing. It was like he was an informed player. First goal was a very casual, simple goal for Riyad Mahrez. The second one, however, opening it up onto his left foot, I thought he'd taken too many touches. He decides to take an extra touch and just use that far post as his marker to hit the inside of that post and put the ball into the net. That second finish was a really good goal from Riyad Mahrez, and I'm delighted that he was in the right place at the right time from a Foden ball across to head the ball into the back of the net to seal his hat-trick. Riyad Mahrez getting a hat-trick, I'm hoping now will give him the confidence to push on from there. And as I was saying in my live watch along, what I'm wanting from the City attackers is that if you are scoring and getting assists and putting in quality performances, that in the next game you're starting in that next game. So Mahrez, in my opinion, needs to be starting in that match against FC Porto, and he's doing well. If he does do well in that FC Porto game, he earns himself a start in the next game against Fulham, etc, etc, until either Mahrez says I'm burnt out and I need a rest, or City decide he needs to be rotated and rest, and then we move on from there. Considering we didn't have someone of the quality of Raheem Sterling even featuring in this game, the fact that we've hit 5 goals is really, really good to see. And I'm wondering now if we are going to stick with Torres and Riyad Mahrez on the wings for the next game against FC Porto, or whether we're going to go with possibly Phil Foden or maybe Raheem Sterling, who might come back in, or possibly a De Bruyne. And what I'm expecting over the next 2 or 3 weeks is lots of squad rotation from Manchester City. We've got lots of games coming up now throughout December. It's nice to end November on a high. We're playing again midweek, big game against FC Porto. We know if we can avoid defeat in that game, we know that we seal first place in the Champions League. It means that we can have complete rotation for the game against Marseille, and we don't have to risk any players, and all our first team players can then have a rest. So there we go. That's been the video. An emphatic win for Manchester City. I'm absolutely delighted, and I'm really happy that Riyad Mahrez has managed to put in a good quality performance for Manchester City, much like a lot of his performances from last season. So please do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It is free. Aiming for 15k subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget social media links in the description below, and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and search for me and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And I'll see you all again very soon for the next live watch along we've got coming up against FC Porto, and plenty more 5 things that we have learned. So I'll see you all for that. So I've been JSGC. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.